The horror movie-cation of Mama E with Natalie, a For the Love of Ghosts podcast series. Hello everybody, it's Mama E.
And it's Natalie, hello!
And welcome to the weird place.
The weird place.
It's very much the weird place, isn't it? So a little hint for the film we will be talking about today from ghosts themselves. I think you'll get it straight away when I press it because some music will play. But...
Need a bigger yacht.
What could we possibly be discussing? We're going to need a bigger yacht.
I've got a big fish.
A big fish. Oh, hints. What could it be?
Big fish?
Big fish.
No, we're not talking about big fish. It's not. Big Fish isn't a horror movie.
No, that's true.
No. We are, of course, talking about Jaws from 1975.
Yay! I will hasten to add, I didn't need to be educated too much on this. I had seen Jaws. But what I did notice is I've never sat down and watched it from beginning to end. It's always one of those films that was on the telly and I'd just watch it wherever it was at.
You just walk through the room, see bits and pieces of it. I had the same revelation about 3 or 4 years ago when I finally bought myself a copy of Jaws on Blu-ray. And I got it home and I sat down and I started to watch it and I thought to myself, I've never actually watched this all the way through.
No, not seen this bit.
It's a bit like Scarface. You watch it in bits and pieces.
Yeah, never in the right order either. Like,
No,
just little.
Never in the right order.
Now, having watched it in the right order, my takeaway is it feels like a film of two halves. Because you've got the first half is where they're in Amity, where they're in with everybody else, where everything is starting, where we'll discuss everything is, happening and causing. And then there's the second part of the film when they're at sea.
Yes.
And they never come back at the end. They don't come back and see everyone when everything ends. It's just them, 3 people at sea. So to me, it feels like two that looks a bit rude. It's 2 separate films. It's 2.
And I think the second half, when they're at sea, is the better half.
I would agree. Where it's more focused around what they're doing. So it is directed by the awesome Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg.
He's done a few films here and there.
One or
two films.
Yeah.
And
are they any good?
I think they're all right. They've done okay here and there.
Won an Oscar though, hasn't he? Yeah. Not for Jaws.
No, but it was based on a book.
What?
Jaws,
essentially.
And he also helped with the screenwriting it, along with Carl Gottlieb. I like that surname, Gottlieb.
Who was in the film?
Yeah, he played Meadows. He had a cameo as Meadows, which I think, when you get into it, is two guys trying to find the shark. And
Peter Benchley was also in the film.
Yes. Was he was TV reporter, wasn't he?
He was the reporter, yeah.
Or he's trying to get them all together for the photo or something. Is that him?
He was the TV reporter, yeah.
It's very cool. So I quite like that. You get
I like that.
people. But you were saying when we were discussing it before, that they cut a lot out of from the book. Like the film is a bit more.
Yeah.
What would you say? Like
a lot of streamlined. There was a big the secondary plot in the book is the affair between Brody's wife and Hooper.
And there's none of that.
And there's absolutely none of it in the film. And the actress who played Ellen Brody said she was actually quite looking forward to having a sex scene with
So she was a bit disappointed.
Yeah, she was a bit disappointed. She's like, I would have quite liked a sex scene with Richard Dreyfuss. Thank you very much, but no, it didn't happen. That's his
well,
life.
they just cut all of that out. So yeah, Police Chief Brody by Roy Scheider. My iPad keeps trying to write Schneider. No, there's no N.
I always said Schneider, and it wasn't until I watched it this time round that I was like,
there's no N.
Name.
Schneider. It's like, then you've got Robert Shaw, who plays Quint. He's quite the character, isn't he? He's quite the character, Quint.
Would you believe Robert Shaw is British?
Doesn't surprise me, because it was obviously he's playing an American, but I was like, it's quite an Irishy, country accent going on there. It's quite.
Well, he was his obviously when he turned up on the set, he is very, very British, very Shakespearean actor, classically trained, don't you know? Talks very enunciated and elucidated.
Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart, you know.
Yeah, of that oeuvre of actor. And so they had to get a load of locals from the island, from Martha's Vineyard, to basically sit him down and talk at him and say, this is how we talk. And he got everything from the locals, and all of the locals that taught him how to speak Martha's Vineyard are all also in the film.
Oh, that's very cool. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, they're all like local fishermen and stuff.
If you're hearing, you might not be able to hear it. My computer might not be picking it up, but there's a helicopter going overhead. It is not me adding in sounds trying to make it sound like we're like searching for the shark. Maybe they're searching for me. Who knows?
Are you sure about that?
I know. Still looking for him. Then you've got Richard. I said Dreyfuss. What did you say?
I say Dreyfuss.
Richard. So playing Hooper. And then Lorraine Gary as Ellen Brody. I think that's the part well, obviously the rest of men. So, but that is I wouldn't mind that part. Or there's a very, very short bit where the sheriff is in his office and his no nonsense secretary. Quite like that bit. I was like, I could be her, you know.
Yeah.
And again, I think a bit like when we were watching Misery, and it sort of covers, like, you have to go, if you haven't watched it, you have to go and listen to the episode, but we talk about the facts, like you get certain phone calls so you can hear what level of crime they normally deal with. So the stuff she's talking about sort of shows how in that area there's not like it's quite a quiet place, you know. They're talking about some kids being stupid after school, or
kids from the karate club who go round in at people's fences.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's not a high level of crime place. It's not where they're generally dealing with dead bodies all the time. You know, it's quite a quiet place. So, as always, the way it starts, actually, I think is quite powerful, because it starts with water sounds and then that music that's synonymous that was just played over the little clip I did from the Ghost chapter. That I would say most people, you do that, they'd think shark. Maybe even not knowing why, but you know that dun 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 dun. Yeah, that bit. That is synonymous with Jaws. There's a few credits and then something going through the water. You know, it's quite a open scene. But I think, was it in one of Tobias's interviews where they talk about like how like you take that music away and it's just some water.
There's nothing there. Nothing there at all.
Just water. And that in none of itself is it's like it could be a documentary. You know, you could suddenly have Richard Attenborough's voice over the top of it to talk about, you know, the coral reef and the mating acts of a fish. But put that music over it, and suddenly that water is scary.
And that music has kind of been used in so many places as well. Like, have you seen? I mean, you've got kids of a certain age. Have you seen Shark Tale?
Yes. Yeah.
There's a bit where two of the sharks are swimming through the water, and one of them goes da da And the other will go, oh, don't. And he goes, da-da, stop
Stop
it.
it.
Da-da, 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 da-da. He goes, oh, Dad, make me pee my pants. He goes, what you talking about? That's our theme tune.
It's our feature. We're the sharks.
Oh.
I mean, I've even used that audio over a video with my dog where I had to treat and say, you know, it's da-da, da-da, and then he rises up. You know, you just use it. Da-da-da. And yeah, so we now know something scary is in the water. We don't know what it is at this time, but I think we do. It's called Jaws, I think, and the poster kind of gave it away.
1 second. I've just realised my camera is back to front. I need to rectify this problem. Let's see if it works.
Are you gonna do it?
Does my shirt say ghost now, or does it say hearse?
It says ghost.
There we go.
Mine's backwards, isn't it? Or is it the right way for you?
No, yours is the right way around.
See, it's the wrong way around for me. So I think it will be correct.
Am I the right way around now? Does it say ghost?
Yes, it says ghost. Yeah, we're all good. I know, I don't like backwards stuff. I'm hoping if mine doesn't show that, at the moment I'm mirroring myself. Oh, yeah, it's a mirror. Hopefully it will flip. If not, next time I will fix that. Because I don't like things being backwards. Luckily, my face doesn't look too different.
I don't think mine does either, does it?
No. Mm-mm. It's just the direction of the hair, you know, where you have the bits coming down. So we now know something scary is in the water, and now we've got people partying on the beach. Oh no. Oh no, what is going to happen? What could it possibly be? So it's not going to end well, no. And some of them are quite drunk, and you know, 2 of them run off to go swimming. And the male is a bit more drunk than the female, so he's like having real problems trying to like move and get his kit off. No, what is it? I can't even stand. Why am I trying to go swimming? Sorry. He killed Natalie with her own cup of tea. I'm sure that was one of his comments. I'm sure it's something along the lines of, I can barely, I can hardly stand. Why am I trying to go swimming? So he's like a bit too drunk, but she's gone. She's out in the water. I think he kind of face plants, doesn't he? Just kind of, I think he passed out.
Yeah.
And then you have shots of the female underwater, and the music plays. And oh no, my background just fell down. Hold a sec. Go put that back. And the music plays.
Hi, welcome back.
And then it's going to go again. If it keeps going, I'll just take it down. And then the music plays. That music plays. You know something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then she gets pulled and yanked around. You don't see anything under the water. You just see her getting pulled about. Doing that.
And lots of screaming.
And lots of screaming. And then she's gone. They don't even give you like the red at all on that one. It's just
they don't.
Just gone. The man has passed out on the beach and he didn't see what had happened.
Do you want to know how they did that?
Oh, how did
the original scene, the original storyboard for that was that you would see the shark eat her. But they had an issue with the shark. A lot. Oh! Just leave it. Don't touch it. Leave it.
I can't leave it dangling there. I look like Papa when he was trying to do his thing with his rubbish background. Right, no background.
Leave it.
Yeah, just dangling. It's just dangling. Anyone listening to this audio, what is dangling is my background. All right, just so you know, the sticky's gone and it's fallen down. There you go. So you know what is dangling. Continue. They had an issue with the show.
one or two issues with the shark, who they affectionately named Bruce.
Oh, is that why it's Bruce in Nemo? Hello, my name's Bruce.
Bruce. On my honour, I have not eaten a fish in 2 weeks. Fish are friends, not
food.
Hello, my name is Bruce. Sorry, but he is one of the best characters in the whole film.
Oh, we love Bruce.
I love Bruce. But yes,
anyway,
so Bruce the shark from Jaws. So the way that they ended up doing that scene was they had her in a rig around her middle that had a very large chappie on the end of a string at one end, and another rather large chappie on the end of a string at another. And they basically played tug of war in the water with her in the middle. She had to do nothing.
Just scream.
Just had to do this a lot and scream.
Cool. It was actually probably quite weirdly fun.
She said she had a great time. She said she really enjoyed it. She said she had a great time doing it.
Woo! Woo! Don't sound so happy. You're dying.
At one point, Stephen said to her, I think you should be praying. And obviously Stephen is Jewish. So he said to the actress, he said, I think you should, think about praying and blah, blah, blah. And he said, do you have a religion? And she said, yes, I'm a Catholic. And he said, okay, great. Yeah, plenty of saints for the Catholics. Just go ahead, pray, right? She said, I was in the water. I'm being dragged this way, that way, and being, eaten by a shark.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently. She said, could I remember
anything
of the prayers? She said there was about 12 Catholics on the crew. None of us could remember anything. Which is why we just ended up with, oh God, please help me, oh God.
Which is probably the most realistic response, to be honest. I think if I was being eaten by a shark, I wouldn't remember my Our Father all of a sudden.
No.
I think it would just be, oh God, help me, oh God.
I was slightly worried if she was in the water reeling off the Hail Marys, but there we go.
No, it's not. There's a bit where she manages to cling on to the buoy and then gets pulled back off it, and you're like, oh no, oh.
Num, 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 num.
Anyway, so that is the introduction to Something's Going On. So then
absolutely fantastic introduction.
I think so. Really, really good.
And then you smash cut to the next morning, bright and beautiful on Amity Island.
And a lovely chat between Chief Brody with his family, just a nice normal morning for a, normal family on this island. Mm-hmm. And his son goes off swimming. I mean, what's his son, about 11 or 12 or something? But just goes off.
No,
so I'm going
they've got, is it 2 or 3 kids they've got? 2 or 3 boys?
2 boys, I think. Mm-hmm. They've got the littler boy and then the older one, but I'm not quite sure. The little one, I'm not sure they ever said his name. The older one is
Michael?
Yeah, Michael. Oh, that made me think about Lost Boys. That's Michael.
I'm just going to give it a quick. I'm just going to refer to Dr. Google. Uno momento, por favor.
My background. I'll have to get more stickies.
Yes.
But if I put it back up, it's gonna come back down. Shall I give it one more chance while you're Googling?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a chance.
Now listen here, background.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is there no cast list on here?
There we go. Please stay. Stay with me.
Oh, she's singing.
Stay with... Wrong horror movie.
You still got to do that one.
We do. You better hope and pray that it stays stuck to my wall.
Yeah.
Huh? Anyway, but he gets called into the office. They've had a nice morning, him chatting with his wife, and son goes off swimming because they've just moved there.
Sean, sorry.
Sure. Well done. Is that the little one?
That's called Sean.
Sean! Thanks, Nat.
And there's the Instagram reel for this episode.
If you can tell what movie we're talking about just from that. Gold star.
For the winner, chicken dinner. Oh, dear.
Anyway, bringing it back to the reality, he gets called into the office because a body has been found.
No.
Someone's lost.
Has gone missing.
Sorry, someone's gone missing. So yes, the drunk lad has reported someone's gone missing. Last night,
Paramore has vanished.
There you go. So he goes along and meets up with this chap who's like, yeah, I don't really remember anything, because he was like, couldn't she have just gone off? I don't know where I put her. I have to look. I found it. Yeah, and then it was like all the clothes are still there.
Yeah,
it's a bit strange. And then he finds, well, you just see this hand, really, don't you? But you don't. You have to take a minute or two to figure it out because there's like seaweed and stuff around it. And yes, the first victim. But at this point,
part of them anyway.
Part of them, yeah, just a bit of them. Obviously, that bit didn't taste as good. Yeah, apparently he didn't want that.
Got a fun fact about the arm as well.
Go on, fun fact, go on.
So, the people who were doing the special effects for the film created a beautiful arm, fake arm, for this for the scene. And when they presented it to Mr. Spielberg, he said, "Oh, it doesn't look very realistic, does it?" And well, no, this is what happens to a lost appendage.
Yeah.
If it's been at sea overnight and then left on a beach, the skin will take on this very pale, very waxy appearance.
Yeah.
It starts to look like plastic.
Because there's no blood flow.
This is exactly how a real limb would look. And Stephen went, "That's fantastic. I get that. I completely understand that's what you were going for. However,
it's a movie and people won't get that. They're just like, that looks rubbish."
People aren't going to get it. They're just going to go, it looks plastic. So they grabbed somebody on the set and went, "You'll do. Come here. Lay down there. Stick your arm in there and we'll cover it with stuff." And that's what they did.
just an arm. Just leave it there. You'll be fine.
And in the role of the arm, we have.
So we're now back in the office. I think that's when we meet the board. His secretary / personal assistant / knows everything about everybody and everything
about everyone. Yeah.
Because I'm guessing Amity isn't very big. It's a little place. Everybody knows everybody, and
everybody knows everybody else's business.
And he's filling in the form on a typewriter. That dates it.
Didn't it just? Cause of death, blank.
And then he fills it in, shock attack. And you go, oh, shocking. And he does try to organise to shut down the beaches.
Closure of the beaches.
He wants to close all the beaches because it's his first summer, but it's his first summer in Amity. He's from New York. And he meets up with the mayor, and the mayor gets the coroner to change his mind on the cause of death. As they don't want the beaches closed down. My bit in bracket says dollar above life.
Yes, absolutely. Because the mayor is frightened that if they shut all the beaches down on the 4th of July weekend, it's going to stop the tourists coming in. They're not going to spend any money in the shops. Amity is a summer town. They rely on tourism. And what is it he said? He said, if you shout Barracuda, nobody's going to pay any attention. But if you go down onto the beach and you shout shark, he says, we are screwed the weekend of the 4th of July. And the coroner agrees to change the cause of death on the certificate. Like, can you legally do that?
Yes and no. But you said in the book the mayor had links to mob. Wasn't it in the book?
There is a mafia subplot in the book, and I believe it's got to do with the mayor. It's been a long time since I've read the book. I haven't read the book in about 4 years.
Yeah, so
I highly recommend. It is a bestseller for a reason.
It's very good. It's very good. It's very good. So read the book. But I'm wondering if that sort of pulls from like the mob would be able to pay people off. Obviously, they don't at that side of things. So it's very much the mayor. So then the next scene on the beach, kids in the water, makes Brody anxious. He doesn't like water anyway. He never goes in the water. He has a fear of water and swimming.
He has a fear of water and he
or a fear of drowning. Yeah. Why? Why did you go back? Why would you do it?
It doesn't compute, does it? Why? It's like if you've got a fear of heights, why would you buy an apartment on the 50th floor of a high rise?
Oh, that brings me out of sweat. That does. No, thank you.
I don't get it.
It must have been underlined. You're the best person for the job. We need you there. Maybe there was something that happened in New York that meant he had to.
His wife is from the island. His wife is from Amity. According to the book, his wife is an islander.
There you go.
I believe. Or she has deep connections to the island.
Then there's the guy who's running after his dog. And then you get the underwater shots, people's legs in the water, which is always, something's up. And then the shot, the music shot, the music comes on. You go,
oh no.
And a kid gets pulled up and water turns red. And I really noticed the shot they did on Brody for that one. They did that sort of zoomy in and out, like the background, and it zooms in on him, and it must have been a new technique in 75, I'm guessing. But it works so well. That zoom in on him, how the background seems to go far away, but it's like that's how anxiety feels.
Yes, yeah, it really does. It really does. Yeah, it's
everything comes at you, but everything gets pulled away.
Yeah,
and it does it you. And what I noticed, because we were discussing this beforehand. You said you like when you were watching the behind the scenes stuff that it talked about the fact there's no red in the movie apart from the blood.
They try to keep it as minimal as possible. Obviously there are bits and pieces here and there, like you will see, like there's red wine, but Spielberg did say that was symbolic, so there's red wine in the film. But I do believe that you pointed out that Kintner's pants are red.
Yeah, the kid that died, swim trunks. I had to go back and double check. So I was like, because you said it to me, and I went, oh, that's really weird. Because I think, and I wonder if that was to denote that he was
red means dead.
And there's a certain other movie that uses red as a symbolic thing. So, is that Spielberg movie? No, that The Sixth Sense is Spielberg movie? No.
But if we're talking red as symbolism in Spielberg movies, the girl in the red coat in Schindler's List.
Oh, I love that film. That's so cool. It's the only bit of colour in it.
Never seen it.
Oh, it's so good.
No, thank you. Nope. That's one of those ones where I'll get through the whole thing, and by the end of it, I will be a blubbering wreck.
Oh, I have a few films like that. I've got Green Mile is one of those, but I still watch it because it's amazing.
Yeah, true. Green Mile is fabulous. Another Steven Spielberg film that makes me sob my heart out like somebody's just killed my puppy is E.T. Every time.
I like it.
Oh,
and it makes me feel better as a mother. It's like she didn't even notice an alien living in her house. You know, it makes me... But anyway, that's a different film. The ADHD is coming in any minute now. They're going to be talking something completely different.
Oh, the tism is strong with these two.
Circling back to the shock, we're going to circle.
And how did they
get on to E.T.? Well, actually, it was all about the colour red.
Red in Steven Spielberg film. No, it just went Steven Spielberg. Anyway, Jaws. Small child, dead, town, panic.
Panic! Red blood, town meeting is called. Everyone fold in. And everyone's being too loud and they're trying to talk. And then, I think this is the worst bit for me in the film is the things on the chalkboard. Oh! Just not, but it worked. And this is where we meet the wonderful Quint.
I love him.
He's a little bit, what's the word? Oh God, I can't think of the word.
Intense.
Eccentric. Oh my God, my brain is just completely given up with words.
Do you need to drink more water with it, love? Can you stop having a flag and a whiskey before you come on to record?
Yeah, that's what it is. You think this is tea?
It's not. It's straight vodka. Especially terrible. She's got a problem. I wonder where you got that sticker from.
I don't know. Who got me that sticker? And put it so beautifully on my flask for me as well, along with my EMP. Yeah. Yeah, you got it.
I did that.
Anyway, he's a bit eccentric. Oh, he's
a bit hard.
He's a bit hard. There's all sorts of oddities clattering around
with his bridge. He just goes off on this rant about none of you idiots are going to be able to catch this thing. I'll do it. I'll what did he say? He said I'll find it for 3,000, but I'll kill it for 10.
For 10. I've literally written Quint offers to catch it, but he gives off a weird vibe.
Yeah. I'll catch the thing for $3,000, but I'll kill it for 10. None of you idiots are going to be able to.
Yeah, none of me. Just me on my own, and I want to be alone. And he's like, yeah, he wanted to do it himself. And then we have, it's like, obviously, okay, mate, okay. And everyone's just a bit like, he's the weird one on the island. It's kind of like, we don't talk about Bruno, don't talk about Quint.
He's the me of the island. The one that nobody talks about, but she's always there.
Just nod, he'll be fine. It's the way we're throwing in so many different film quotes.
Is this or is this not a movie podcast? Am I or am I not an idiot?
So next we have Brody looking at a book about sharks. I like the clever shots reflected in his glasses. So you see his face and the book reflected in. I was like, I like that. That's a bit clever, that is. And then it's showing the different types of shark. It's showing people who've been bitten by sharks. It's showing, ones that have been caught. And you do have that glimpse to make note of the one with the scuba tank in its mouth. Because, that might be
foreshadowing.
Just a little bit. But I love the reflection in his glasses. I was like, I like that. It's a bit clever, that is. And then you've got all the islanders.
He's all right as a director, isn't he?
Saki knows what he's doing. Saki does a good job or something. Yeah. All I've got in my flipping head at the moment is Star Wars, and then watching that blooming chapter and who's your daddy and what does he do?
Okay, Star Wars is not Steven Spielberg.
No,
Star Wars is George Lucas.
I know.
That's besides the point.
I know it's not, but it doesn't help that I've still got that quote in my head. Exactly. Like, that's not helpful. That's not helpful.
No.
I don't want that.
No.
I don't want Star Wars. Don't want George Lucas. Don't do Stephen.
Spudbug.
Yeah, Spudbug. I like
Spudbug.
so the island.
Spielberg when I was a kid.
Spudbug.
Called him Spudbug.
Oh, I like that. That's good. That is. So the Islanders try and catch a shark. It's a bit painful, isn't it, really? Shark takes the bait and breaks the jetty, pulling one of them off, Charlie.
I know, but Charlie's gone out there with his Mrs. Giant Rotisserie chicken for the 4th of July and has thrown it in the fucking sea.
Oh, he's in big trouble.
The silly dickhead hasn't gone out there with chum, he's gone out there with this giant fucking roast turkey that's supposed to be for the 4th of July or whatever. He's like, my missus is going to kill me. And the other one's going, listen, once we catch this shark and cash the check, she won't care about the roast. It'll be the best thing ever. Throws the fucking thing in the sea. Shark comes along and goes, "Woo! That'll do. I'll have that." Whips the jetty off. Charlie's still on the end. Killing myself laughing. Swim, Charlie! Swim!
Swim, Charlie! Swim! It is the comedy value again that you get in these older horror movies.
Dear.
I must say, I don't think of Jaws as horror, but it's definitely suspense and scary. And obviously, you have the stupid bits where you're going, "Wow, these two are obviously in it for comedic value, aren't they?" It's like, "Swim, Charlie!" And the music starts playing, and you think, "Oh God, I don't know if Charlie's going to make it." And he's got the legs. And he's like, "I can see him," and he's like, "Oh my God!" And he's trying to pull himself out, and you're like, "Come on, just pull yourself out, would you? Just get out of the water, get out of the water." But he doesn't die. He does get out.
However, when he gets home without that bit of meat, he may wish that the shark had had him.
I think he's probably in very big trouble. I must say, we never see Charlie again, so we can't say what happens to Charlie.
Probably nothing good, to be fair. Probably nothing good.
Not after throwing your turkey dinner in the water and breaking a jetty. And then you have like the scene where everyone's trying to go out in their boats and they're overloading boats and they're not being responsible to try and get this shark and all the and this is when we're then introduced to Hooper, the oceanographer. He comes in and he's watching all of this and he has quite a amused smirk on his face.
I love him so much.
He's very good in this as well. Very droll.
Dreyfus is fantastic in this. It's just a shame that he's not a very nice person, apparently. But I do like Matt Hooper. Yeah, apparently he's not a very nice person.
It's always so upsetting when you hear that, isn't it? Where you're like,
yeah.
Oh. I mean, you don't have to be like the nicest person on the planet, but at least if you're going to be in that sort of career, you're going to expect people to talk to you sometimes. And you can have
think that I could bring him round from his extremely right-wing political leanings with a box of cookies like I did with James Caan.
No.
Yeah, he's not very nice, apparently. He's not a very nice man.
Let's just look at his acting. In this, it's good. And his character is we kind of like Hooper.
I love Hooper. I love Hooper.
And actually, if you talk about the book, and you can see why potentially the wife and that would have had the affair.
It was an old relationship that they'd known each other in college. They both came from wealthy families. They both had money. They were, both at the same college. They met at college. They had a relationship, and she broke it off with him to marry Brody and go and move to the island. So yeah, when he sort of turns up on Amity, there's a bit.
But not in the film.
But not in the film, which is a shame because I think we all would like some sexy nerd every now and then. And you have to admit, in this movie, Richard Dreyfuss is a bit of a sexy nerd.
He is a bit of a sexy nerd. He's really, yeah. And then they make out Hooper looks, because they think they've caught a shark. Well, they have caught a shark.
Not the shark.
Yeah, let's make it a shark, not the shark. And first of all, Hooper gets taken to see the body of the first victim, the student,
Christine,
or
I
whatever
believe her name was.
Her name was what?
Christine.
Oh, Christine. And he's looked at it, and he's looking at the victim. He's like, "This is not a boating accident. This is
definitely
quite emotive." And he gets quite, I don't know. There's a lot there, isn't there?
Yeah, he's like, "This is death by shark. This body has been nommed,
and confirms it was a shark and bigger than the ones usually found in that area."
Yes,
which is a big thing. It's a big shark, and it's a big thing.
yes.
So the townspeople have caught and killed this shark that they're like, yes, we've caught it. Everything is fine now. Everyone can come to the beach. It's all going to be fine and wonderful. And Brody is happy because he's fine because they think he's caught it. But then Hooper's measuring its
wingspan,
its bite to see just how big it is. And its bite radius is different to those that he found on the victim. Hooper says to cut it open to confirm it's the right shark, but I think the mayor gets involved vaguely.
The mayor says something along the lines of, "Let's not go cutting this shark up where we are and having the remains of a Kittner boy tumble out."
And it's because
they believe that the tiger shark that they've caught is the one that killed Alex Kittner. And the mayor is slightly afraid that if Hooper takes a knife to the inside of this shark, a dead 7-year-old is going to fall out. Do sharks not chew?
It's like, or don't. Yeah. So yeah, not great. And at that point, while they're all looking at this, an angry Mrs. Kintner, who's the mum of, and it was Adam, wasn't it? Adam Kintner. Alex. Oh, see, A. I could get the shape. Right number of letters. Is it Alex or Adam? I think you're probably going to be right. And she comes up very angry while you're looking that up and blames Brody for not closing the beaches. Yeah, I must admit, I looked her up and went, "Oh, is that?" Oh, she was like, "Oh, okay." She was only 46. She looked a lot older to me.
People aged differently in the 70s.
I think so. But you're trying to work out, did they look older, or is it just like the hairstyles and the glasses? And yeah, you see, I told you you'd be right. Sean!
God.
Just gonna shout random names throughout the film.
Late night recording energy. What did I say? I've had a nap today as well. Y'all are
she's energized. Ready to go. Oh dear. And so we leave all of this. He's been verbally and slapped, and she's very upset and angry, and if he'd shut the beaches her child would not be dead. And
bless her, that actress.
Go on.
One thing that people ask her to do, like Jaws fans will ask her to do when they meet her, and it's always men that ask her, "Can you slap me, please?" She said the amount of men that I've slapped around the face that have asked me to do it. She said I had to stop doing it after a while.
Sorry.
I'll have a go. Have you ever actually slapped anyone around the face? I mean, proper, like, open-handed slap someone?
No. Have you, Natalie?
Yes, completely by accident, and I'll tell you how. Don't look at me in that tone of voice. It was absolutely an accident. So,
this is going to be the clip.
I was in the pub one evening with the human who helped me create my child. And we were having a laugh and a joke around, and I reared my hand back and went like that, expecting him to move.
And he didn't.
And stupid sod didn't move, and you could hear the crack from one end of the bar to the other, and this was a big fucking pub. I actually don't know who was more hurt, him or me, because I walked around like this. I go, oh, fucking hell, has anyone got any ice? Don't swim, I want it from your hands.
Well, you would if you're mucking around and something goes like that. You automatically just lean back.
Whoa. Don't fall.
Wow. Yeah, stay put, didn't he? Anyway.
But yeah, it fucking hurts. If you do it hard enough, it fucking hurts.
Palm of hand. That's like when something's more realistic in a movie, when someone punches someone and they hurt their hand. You know, they're going, I just think I broke it. I think I broke it. I think I broke it. You know, not like, oh, that's fine. Oh, just now. You know, no. You're like, so if anyone's like, you know, when you've smacked your knuckles into a wall or door, you know how much that hurts. Anyway, then we have a gentle moment.
You're doing cheese.
Doing that too. Yeah, that's a few expletives here and there, isn't it? So we've got a quiet moment, a gentle moment with Brody and his younger son.
That was all completely accidental.
Oh, was it? I really liked that scene. I think it's so sweet.
They were just sitting in between takes, in between shots, and the woman who plays Ellen was watching Roy Scheider and the young lad who plays Sean, and was watching that this kid was basically copying everything that he did. And she looked at Stephen and she went,
look at him.
And so that's when you get the and it was all completely off the cuff. They didn't know it was going to happen, and that is such a lovely scene. I love that scene.
And it means it's like wanting to recenter yourself with your children when so much rubbish is going on. That was such a believable scene. So,
yeah, go on, get out of here.
Give me a kiss. Why?
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 I want one. Go and get out.
Yeah. So and then Hooper comes to their household and had dinner with them.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't have dinner with them.
Oh,
he availed himself of leftovers. He availed himself of leftovers on somebody else's plate.
Although I did laugh at Ellen's urine sharks.
So you're in sharks? Well, I've never heard it quite like that, but yeah, I like sharks.
You're in sharks.
Did you see the size of the glass of wine that Brody poured for himself?
Like that. And then there's a little bit for you. That's mine.
A little bit for you, lad. Yes, the wife can have some.
And I'm having a pint. Is that okay for you? Yeah.
A mega pint.
And then they talk about, I don't know why I've written this here. I can't remember how this got discussed, but Brody is scared of water. Well, he said he's not scared of water. He's scared of drowning. So my husband tells me he's not scared of heights. He's scared of falling from a height. and landing. It's not the height itself, it's the landing. So it's not the water itself, it's the drowning.
No, I think I would probably say I'm okay with heights, but if it looks like it might be a height where I might
tumble,
then yeah.
But my brother's the same as well. As long as there's like a bit of a wall high enough that you're not going to over your.
The worst it's ever affected me was on the cable cars. You know the ones I'm on about, from the O2 to the other side?
Oh, have you done those? I haven't done those.
Yeah, I did those with a friend and with my offspring, and we sat in this thing, and I was shitting bricks, and I had to try and keep calm because Jensen is afraid of heights, and I had talked him into going on this thing. It's fine, it's fine, Jensen, it's fine. And then we're in there, we get in there, and the thing's fine.
I don't like it. Can I get off, please?
I don't like it.
Because I don't like heights. I couldn't do those. I wouldn't choose to do those. But I have been in something like that up the side of a mountain. Because when I was 14, we went skiing with school, and there was a snow drought in the area we were. So they drove us to one of the Alp mountains. Well, I think it was the Alp mountain. I could be wrong now. It's over, 30 years ago. And, nearly 30 years ago. And we were
not enough snow.
Going up in a gondola. I was absolutely fine. And you had to put your skis on the side and climb in while it's still moving. The idea of doing that now brings me out in a cold sweat. So we went up the mountain, absolutely fine.
Oh.
And I've also been on the London Eye. Again, I was fine. The idea of doing that now, I'm a bit like...
No, I'll pass, thanks. But yeah, I've done the Emirates cable cars in London, and
okay, I'll definitely avoid them. Anyway, coming back to the movie. They go on autopsy the shark, and there's no body parts. Oh, that you can almost smell it though when they're doing it. Wow.
They don't really autopsy it, do they? They decide to break into the warehouse where the shark is and just hoik it open with a scalpel, and out comes its lunch and a license plate. Sharks eat cars, do they? No, they just
This one eats everything. And that they need to close the beaches. Like they have not caught the shark. They caught a shark.
A shark, a very large tiger shark, but not the shark that they were looking for. These are not the sharks you're looking for.
So Brody and Hooper go out at night, as the shark is a night feeder, apparently, which I think is a bit of a lie because he ate a child during the day.
That was a meal of opportunity. It was there. He took it.
And he just happened to be around.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So they find they find a destroyed boat, and Hooper goes out to the boat. Nothing's going to happen. Apparently, I've put in brackets. Nothing's going to happen. But high pitched music with the water before they add in that music.
Yeah.
I have to say, this is the part I did actually jump during this next scene. I have to, confess that I jumped. Because they find a hole in the hull of the boat, big bite mark, mouse shaped. And then the fisherman pops out. Bloody hell.
That scene was added after they'd already tested it at previews.
Did they need a little bit more of a...
Well, there was a scene where I can't remember which one it was. Oh, the we're gonna need a bigger boat when he's chumming. He said he likes to lull people into a false sense of security. It's all very lovely, blah blah blah. Chum, shark!
Yeah.
Everybody in the audience, popcorn goes everywhere. The studio are really happy. Everything's brilliant. And he's like, I reckon I can get one more out of them. I can get one more scare out of them. I want another scream. So they went back and they reshot that scene with like 3 different places where the head pops out. So there's like 3 or 4 different versions of it. And they played it all for the guys in the editing room, and it was all of the guys in the editing room, it was their reactions that they went with the ones in the film. They went back, they did a second load of previews. Stephen's sitting at the back of the theatre, face pops up, popcorn. Everyone's mental, everything's brilliant. He's sitting at the back, fucking yeah. Gets to the chum scene. Chum, shark! And everyone goes, and he's like, they I screamed at that last week. What's going on?
Hold it
Then I
down.
realised. He said, then I realised. After the tasting, they didn't trust me anymore. They were looking for anything they could find.
Once you get one jump, you are a little bit more like.
He said, yeah, they didn't trust me after that first one. He said, but that first one was worth it.
Yeah, that got me. That did more than the shark. Like, even if it had only been the shark scene, like you at some point expect the shark to show. I did not expect to see a floating head. Oh, it's just. Oh, it really did. And it's his reaction, and then he drops the shark tooth and the proof that there's a giant shark and that it's a great white shark or even more or whatever he called it. I can't remember what he called it.
Fucking great big great white shark?
Yeah, probably something along those lines. But the mayor is more worried about money still. The dollar over. We've laughed too much. That's what it is. That's why it got blamed.
I'm so sorry. I'm so tired of that.
It's like that. I laugh too much when I'm down here, so I don't know. Every time. Yeah, so the mayor is more worried about money, argues not to close the beach because poor Hooper got the scare of his life, dropped the tooth, so there's no evidence that there's shark in this. So he doesn't want to shut the beach because there's no proof. The mayor would rather chase the petty criminals that vandalised the Amity. I said it right, didn't I? Amity sign. Like he'd rather chase after them.
Which is genius. I'll put fucking great big shark fin on it. And he's just going, oh, they got it right.
Proportions. These beaches will be open for the weekend of the 4th of July. No. So the beaches are very busy. I have put very in capital letters, very busy.
However, there's no one in the water.
No one wants to go in the water. No, nobody wants. So you've got community. I've written here, beaches are very busy, communicating with Hooper out on the beach, other townspeople out in their boats, and the news reporter talking about the shark.
Thumbs up.
And they're asking people why they're not in the ocean. They go out with their wife and grandchildren, but are very nervous. But then others go out. You know, why aren't you in the water? The shark's been caught. All this.
The mayor's out there on the beach going, why aren't you in the water? Get in the water. Would you just please, for me, get in the water? And I feel like
I don't even need a shark to not get in the water. Really not a fan of sea water.
No.
Not my thing.
No thanks.
But so out in the water, what I did quite like though is the way the noise cuts off between being up and above the water and below the water.
Yeah.
I really like that. It is like when you go swimming, you know, you're above, you get blah, 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 and you go under, and it's, you know, it's that muffled sound. And then and then people become frantic and they advise to get out of the water. Is this where is it the kids mucking around? I've written kids in the water hoax.
Yes, there is a child in the water with a cardboard shark fin on their back. Little shit.
Exactly.
But as that poor kid is getting a right rollicking from everybody and their dad, someone else is over
in trouble.
It's in like the estuary or somewhere, and it's like a little islet off this, and she's out there screaming, "Shark!"
Yes.
And that is where Brody's kids are.
Yeah, I've got kids are in the water, including Michael, Brody's son. Boat is overturned, and one of the kids is losing his leg. Michael's in shock.
As you would think, he's just had his leg nommed off.
Nom nom nom. And they get Michael onto the beach because his mum's like, "Oh my God, is he okay?" Because he's unconscious and like, you know, is he dead? No, he's just in shock.
He'll be fine. He just needs to be dramatic about it first.
That's exactly, it's just a bit dramatic. His mate's just lost a leg. That's fine. We'll be over it. But they have him in the hospital, and he does start talking. And they go. Hooper and Brody go and see Quint. Funnily enough,
not before Brody finds the mayor in the hospital and says, "You are going to give this man everything that he wants, and you're going to do it now. Sign this paperwork." And he's like, "Brody, my kids were on that beach too." He's like, "Yeah, even more reason for you to sign this paperwork, close the fucking beaches, and let Quint go and get this fucking shark."
Yeah.
Because we tried it your way, it didn't work. Someone else is dead. Now we need to do it my way.
Yeah. Now it needs to properly be sorted. No more just going because it's going to lose money. We're losing people's lives now. Let's not do more death. So yes, they go and see Quint, and he agrees to take Brody and Hooper as long as he's in charge.
Yes,
which is fair
and
enough.
He says Hooper has city hands. He's got city boy hands.
And this is where I feel it's the second part of the movie.
Yeah, this is where it all starts to ramp up now.
I always feel like if they still did breaks in the middle of films, that's where the break would have been.
It would say intermission.
Yep, because you've had that. That's your first, or if it was a play, that's your first half. Here's your second act.
Yeah.
And that's them. Film of two parts. Lots of people, then three men in a boat. Lots of people, and 3 men in a boat. So they pack the boat, and they're almost chirpy and cheerful. The music is almost like really happy, like as they fill the boat up. They're off to get the shark, and it's all very exciting.
Did you take a note of what Quint said to Ellen Brody? The poem that he recited to her.
No, I did. Yeah, I know what you mean, but no, I didn't. Go on.
"Here lies the body of Mary Lee, died at the age of 103. For 15 years, she kept her virginity. Not a bad record for this vicinity." So it shows you the kind of man that we're dealing with.
Yes.
And Steven Spielberg said to him, "Are we going to get into trouble for that? Like, is that copyrighted anywhere, or And he turns around to him and he says, "I doubt it. I read it on a tombstone in Ireland."
I think you'll be all right.
I think we'll be fine.
That's really funny. So they go, and Hooper gets agree at Brody for not having tied the gets angry, not agree. I love when you read back what you typed. So they've also chirping music, but sound out. Yeah, I was like, Hooper gets angry at Brody for not having tied the right knot. But he didn't like being out on water, so why would he have learned to tie the knots like that? Quinn teaches him how to tie a particular type of knot as they're sailing. And while he's doing this, there's tense music because Quint's got a line out trying to catch something. Then he fixes a harness to himself because something's on the line and attaches it, and tells and braces himself for this. There's a foot plate and everything. I was like, this is full on. And I did laugh. There is one line in it that did make me laugh. So you've got Hooper playing solitaire, and Quint says to him, "Stop playing with yourself, Hooper."
Oh dear.
That did give me a giggle. I was like, yeah. That's the sort of line where you come up and you go, "I'm so funny."
Fair.
Snore. And then so I think, is it that point where they catch this one, or it breaks the line, and because
breaks the line.
And it goes. But then Brody putting out chum face away from the water, the only red.
Cigarette hanging out of his mouth. Chum.
And then, as you said,
and
there's Bruce, like your big fish behind you. Big fish. Woo! And the first real sighting of Jaws, and that's where you get the famous line.
I think we're going to need a bigger boat.
Or as Papa says, I think we're going to need a
bigger yacht.
I think that's what Papa
wants.
That
line, completely improvised.
Perfect. I think some of the best lines are, aren't they? Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Talking about improvised, I was watching totally not to do with this. Probably another one we can put on there, Silence of the Lambs. But him making that noise, that was improvised. Yeah. Even I would. And it's like, I'm so glad you did. Anyway, different film. So you're gonna need a bigger boat. Then the music and the fin cutting through the water, music getting louder and more intense, and they're like, it's a 25-footer, 3 tons of him. It's a big fuck off fish.
Fucking big shark.
Really big. Really, really big. It's so big. Huge.
Bigger than me, and I'm big.
And it circles the boat. It's intelligent. And they managed to get a shot into the shark and attach a barrel to it. So that one of these yellow barrels, as it's swimming around, this barrel's getting dragged about as well. And then at night,
coming. I thought, oh, that's smart.
It's clever. It's clever. The water's in. You can see it coming above them. Night is falling. We got one barrel on him, so we stay out here until we find him again. Because they're like, what do we do now? Well, we stay out here till we find him again. Brody'd rather go back and get.
Desperate to go back
and get the bigger boat. It's like, can we go back and just get the bigger boat?
Goes to call the Coast Guard. Quint walks in with the baseball bat there calmly. And you think he's no.
He does this after they have a bit of a nice time first, because that I didn't understand that scene. So they got the nice fight time first, when they're down in the boat drinking. Hooper and Quint are a little drunk, comparing scars. Leg on table. This is my scar for this. This is my scar for this. I got this scar here. There's the comparing.
The interesting story about the tattoo.
Yep.
When he says, "I've had this tattoo," it was a tattoo. I had it removed, and Hooper makes a joke about, what it was or whatever. And he says, that, my boy, is the USS Indianapolis. And Hooper it's like he sobers up.
Yeah.
His face completely changes and he looks at him and he says, you were on the Indianapolis? And for anyone that doesn't know, the USS Indianapolis was the boat that took the nuclear bomb from the United States to Japan. And everything that Quint says in that piece of dialogue that he has, everything that he says is true. It was a completely secret mission. Nobody knew they were there. Nobody knew what they were carrying. It was very hush-hush. And the story of the Indianapolis, like the official documents and everything, had only just come out as either the book was being written or the film was being written. So there were different parts and all this sort of, all the information was sort of coming out around about the same time. So that's why that particular piece of dialogue was as important as it was, because at the time, even though that information was out there, it wasn't readily available to the public.
Yeah, it wasn't. No, it's not like you can today in Google.
There were Steven Spielberg actually said, I had people come up to me once the film was out and it started to get sort of wide release. He said, I had parents come up to me and say, elderly people come up to me and say, my son was on the Indianapolis and we had no idea what happened to him. And that's how you find out.
On a film.
But yeah, that's why Hooper's expression just went from very jovial, very
we're having fun, we're sharing. was
was
sharing
sharing
war
war stories, and then that
A real
USS
war story.
happened, and then he went,
Because
And
as
the
I
movie-
said, it tells the tragic war story and the scar on the arm, and then he speaks about the shark. And I actually wrote, it all gets very serious, because they were all being a bit jokey and jovial, and then I went, it all gets very serious. But then after that, because it was hard hitting that bit, you know, it was an emotional scene.
I think it's my favourite scene in the film is
Three men on a boat.
3 men on a boat. You just want to get the whole thing for me, the whole movie, the heart of the film is those 3 men on that fucking boat, and it's just perfect.
And they start singing. You know, I've had a drink about an hour ago, and it's gone right to my head.
Didn't they start off with goodbye and farewell to you? We Spanish ladies. Goodbye and farewell to you, ladies of Spain.
Yes, he did sing that. And then they did because then they get, because at the moment it's mainly Hooper and Quint, and then they get Brody to kind of join them. And that's when they do that. You know, I've had a drink about home. Show me the way to go home.
That's because that's what all the cast and crew were singing.
That's so funny.
Because Spielberg kept them all on the island for days and days and days and days and days.
Yes, I want to go home now.
Okay, go home now.
So the outside shot, you see the barrel, and they don't hear the shark start to attack the boat. Water starts coming in, lights flicker ominously, and then go out. So initially they don't notice this because they're singing quite loudly and
They're having a good time, yeah.
And then the shark rears up, and that is where the bit you were talking about, where he goes to like radio in, and Quint just, I don't know why he comes in and smashes it to pieces.
Because he wants the glory of that catch for himself. That's his shark. As far as he's concerned, that's his shark. That's what I reckon it is.
Don't destroy the radio. Don't do that.
It's his radio. He can do what the fuck he wants with it. It's his boat. His radio.
I want to go back now. I don't like water.
Now.
If you want to catch it, feel free. Can I leave? Sorry, that just made me think of the Emperor New Groove. You know, I'm a cow. Can I go home? You know, it turns all the soldiers into different animals. Yes, you can go. It's like, I'm a cow. Can I go home? I'm sorry. Can I go home? Sorry, there you go. Another one. I'll put that in. That'll throw people. I'm a cow. Can I go home? Anyway. Just put that as a clip. What film are we discussing here?
To be fair, we do have that movie on the brain quite a lot of the time.
It's a very good
Thank
movie.
you, Paint a Pair of Eyes.
Yeah, that is true. It's Paint a Pair of Eyes. A llama?
He's supposed to be dead.
Hit him. Oh. To be honest, most of these lines would fit in Jaws as well, to be honest. He's supposed to be dead. He's on the head.
Coffee, then take me to the city and finish the job.
Okay. It's so funny. Is he doing his own theme music? Poor Kronk. Anyway. Sorry. Quinn destroys it. Shark doubles back and they attach another barrel to him. I've written here. Then we have
barrel count 2.
Barrel count 2. Then we have weirdly cheerful music as they follow the shark and they all get really excited.
Really heroic and you know, we're just the shark.
We're gonna get our man, as it were. You know, we're men and we're gonna do it. It's gonna be and I was like,
we're manly men.
Yeah, we're manly men. Exactly. What's that from? That's from something. It's not, is it? We're manly men.
We're men in tights, we're manly men, we're men in tights.
Like that film too.
Oh, we get worse.
We need another guest on. Keeps us calm. I think we need a guest. Just the two of us on our own. It's just... We
need to record during the day, so no late night energy. We need a third.
Keep them under control.
We need a moderator.
Take the fun in that. Oh no, like Papa says, we're not going to follow the rules. Where's the rules are for fools. If you don't like our chaoticness, you're probably not meant to be here.
Can you imagine? Let's think. Let's put our imagining hats on. Can you imagine what it would be like if he who shall not be named was on this podcast? If Mr. Ghost was on this podcast with us?
It would just be 3 levels of chaos.
He's Swedish. You wouldn't get a word in edgewise.
Oh, I think he would. I've seen him on enough interviews of his own.
Do you reckon he'd bully us?
I think there'd be sound effects.
I'd let him bully me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But he'd know stuff. A bit like you know, the behind the scenes stuff. I'd just be sat there watching you two have a chat about all the stuff. I'm like, how did I not know this? How did you know that? What?
Open invitation. Tobias, you want to come on? We'll let you talk about whatever you want to. Come and hang out with us for a couple of hours.
What, we chat movies? Let's increase the level of chaos.
Yeah, not sort of this time of night though. We're a bit rambunctious in the evenings, apparently.
Apparently, and it's not even that late. I mean,
no, it's really not.
It's really not that late.
No.
I know some
you know why I'm all hyped up? It's because I bought Papa on a Pew today. That's why. I'm a teeny tiny cardinal. I should just give the man my debit card.
When we're stressed, what do we do?
Add to cart.
No! Ah, damn it. More ghost merch. I don't understand about ghost merch at all. I don't know what I mean, we're talking water.
Oh, those are stunning. Get out. I know, I'm sorry, but does Nihil have sunglasses on?
He does. He has sunglasses and the phone. And they're removable sunglasses at that as well.
No, they're not.
They are. They're so cute. And Papa Ducky.
What was it you said the other day? How the merch has gone from...
All right, so yes. We've gone from, back then, dildos and Ouija boards to plushies and rubber duckies.
Rubber duck.
I don't know. Robert, Papa Ducky, you're the one.
You make back on your
so fun. Papa Ducky, I'm awfully fond of you.
Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, exactly. Right, back to the shop.
Those are so cute, though. Like, what the...
Shall I release him?
Anyway. Release the Quacken!
We'll release the Quacken. The Quacken is being released. Oh, it's stuck to his head.
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, seriously.
Oh, even the side of his head is yellow. Oh, don't.
And the very important bit.
Does that say duck you?
Duck you.
Oh, get out.
And it's even got his little skull cufflinks. And ripples in the material, like his fluffy shirt.
Okay, that is... Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, and like the trousers. Yeah.
Oh,
and the box is like a bathtub. See? Yeah, they thought they are. But yeah, so we've gone from dildos to Papa Ducky. But look, he and I match. Look, we look good together.
Oh, twins.
Twins, see? Because it matches the thing. And the
oh, that's precious.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I love that.
I must say, it's one of the best faces they've done for Papa as well.
It is. He's really nice.
Isn't he
But
cute?
if they do a wave two, shut up and take my money.
Yeah, exactly. It's all for you. We're back to being Annie.
I'm your biggest fan.
But yeah, I think this is one of the most well thought out, well executed. They're so cool.
They are.
And as you said, the bit of yellow is very cute.
Anyway, back to
a shark. But it's water. It's water based. There is a link.
Keep telling yourself that, love.
It's a very tenuous link, but it's a link nonetheless. Huh?
Yeah, very tenuous.
Very tenuous. They're both in water. Isn't that nice? So yeah, Tax, come on to the podcast and chat movies.
Come to the podcast with us and talk after bollocks.
Yeah, that's what we do. You know you want to. All the movies. We don't have to pick just one specific one for that one. We can just chat all the movies. Anyway, so they're happy. They're chasing their shark. The shark pulls the boat. Quint shoots the shark, pulls a barrel and breaks Brody's glasses, which is where I was like, where it's quite funny, where fortunately his wife had packed him a second pair. Do you remember just before they went on? She's like, here's your second pair, which makes me think of Toy Story, where she packs him a second pair of eyes.
Yes, she does. Oh my God.
I'll pack his second pair of eyes. And there's your angry eyes, but I'll pack his second pair of eyes.
Oh my days.
Oh, the links you can get between movies where just little bits feed into other ones. And it's, Mrs. Potato Head packs Mr. Potato Head a second pair of eyes. And she packed him put in a second pair of glasses just in case, which is fortunate, as I said, because this barrel comes off and manages not to hurt Brody, but just to break his glasses. So, fortunately, she packed a second pair. They detach the shark from the boat because the boat is tilting, and it comes back towards them, then disappears, and it all goes scarily calm. Until it's not, is what I've written. Go scarily calm. Until it's not. Maybe that's a t-shirt. Scarily calm. Until it's not. I think it is perfectly fine. Scarily calm. Until it's not. I think it should be written on the back. I think that's actually a really good t-shirt idea. Scarily calm.
Nobody steal that. We're having that.
I'm having that. And the shark is acting differently to usual sharks. So what, Hooper says, it's acting differently. It's a bit intelligent, I think. And the boat is not in good repair after the shark attack. And the engine is burning. And you see the smoke and they're doing things. And they're trying to, save the ship and chase the shark. And then the engine explodes. And they are adrift. This is the bit where I kind of missed it. I don't know if I was typing my notes, but Hooper decides he'll go in the water. Yes, because I forgot. Because Quint had seen his shark cage or anti-shark cage.
Yes.
And laughed at it, really, I think is what he did. He was just like,
you're going to get in that thing? Well, yeah, that's the idea.
Really? In the water? You want to do that? Don't think it's better. I can't say I'd want to get in the water. The line I laughed at as well is that I can't produce any spit when he's trying to do his goggles. And he's trying to spit. Where'd that come from? Was that like something? I do get it. He's like so anxious, his mouth is totally dry.
Yeah.
But it's like, I can't produce any spit. Trying to say goggles don't mist up. And the music plays. I love how in my notes, every time I've talked about the music or that music, I've used capitals just in case I didn't realise what I was emphasising. My memory. The music. No, just the music plays. And that. Just in case I didn't realise. Hooper is in the water. Sharks are approaching. Music gets louder, then quieter, then nothing, then just water noises. And then it bashes into the cage behind him.
Oh, no!
And he drops his spear. or his harpoon. That's the word I was looking for. It was a harpoon, wasn't it?
Was it strychnine or something in it? It's got something that to basically poison the shark and kill it that way.
Yeah. And fear shown with the music, and it keeps bashing the cage, and the bars are bending, and it's pulling the boat over, and there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on there, and you don't really know what happens to Hooper at that point. I think at that point you possibly think,
oh, he's dead. Yeah,
he was nom-nommed. He's probably a bit of chow now. Probably not great.
Chum.
Yeah. You say he has a meal. He just presented himself. He was like in rapid packaging and everything.
I know. Here I am.
Himself. Here I am. Here is food. And this is where it like you said, it's quite a slow-paced movie with it, and then they're out in the water, and then now it's really revving up, and everything's going on, and it's like my hands. As I've realised filming these, I use my hands a lot. You never noticed, have you? And then the huge shark. Again, I've used capital letters because obviously I like these things. I need to put these notes somewhere. It's quite funny. The huge shark rears up onto the boat, and the boat tilts, and Quint is sliding and is and sliding towards the shark, and everything's going on, and you're like, oh no! And he's thoroughly and painfully eaten by the shark. He's thoroughly eaten.
Does manage to stab him first. He
does. And
our boy Quint ain't going down without a fight.
Yeah, so the sheriff, the mayor saves some money, isn't he? Hasn't got anyone to pay now, really, because he got eaten. Poor Quint.
Well, unless he gives it to Brody.
Possibly. But anyway, at this point, we don't even know. So, at this point, everyone could be eaten because, the boat is capsizing, the shark reappears, Brody finds an oxygen tank, a scuba diving tank. Rewind back, reflections in his glasses. He's seen this thing, and he throws it in the shark's mouth. Seen in the book at the beginning, just Brody left to fight the shark as Hooper seems lost as well. It's just Brody who hates water and doesn't want to be there, and scared of drowning, and there's bloody shark and all the rest of it. And he just needs to shoot the tank. And it takes about...
He keeps missing.
About 4 or 5 shots. About 4 or 5. I didn't quite totally count. I was like, finally, after about 4 or 5 shots, he does it!
Smile, you son of a bitch.
Red water. The shark is dead. Or is in many pieces.
Have a moment, please, for Bruce.
Have a moment for Bruce.
We'll nominate pasta, a spiritus sandwich.
The shark is now sushi.
Shark soup.
Shark soup. Very red. Ugh. And Hooper's not dead.
Yay!
And they laugh together in the wreckage of the boat.
Oh, brilliant!
And then they just start swimming on the shore,
Calamity Island,
holding onto the wood and paddling their legs. And then I noticed when the credits start, it shows that the shoreline. And I'm going to my husband because it's really smart. I'm like, is that the thing they swam up onto the shore with? Is this showing they've made it back to shore? It's because it's about this big in the image while the credits are going. And that's it. You don't even get them coming in or being heralded as heroes. You don't get them going to see their family and saying what's happened. Shark's dead. They've swum back to shore. End. Done. I was a bit like, I feel like I don't think any of the other Jaws movies are like, you just feel like some of the Superman movies. We didn't make that one, just ignore it. It was no. But it's just the way the credits start. It shows the beach. Presumably they've made it back. We don't actually know. And that is the end of the movie, which I just find it so funny because it's so busy at the beginning with all the people. And then by the end, it's like it's whittling it down. It's just like, and then it's just two. I'm surprised that actually the affair probably isn't between Brody and Hooper. They've actually run off together. That's why we didn't see them. Sorry.
Well, no, because Brody and his wife are back in the second movie. As is the mayor. I have not seen the second one, but I'm sure I'll watch it at some point.
I'm sure I will too. But you think, because this is meant to be unusual. Wouldn't you feel a bit like it was you if you were Brody? What do you mean it's happening again?
Yeah.
So it was, let's have a look at the IMDb score. Sorry, I've just got Papa looking at. So IMDb score for the original Jaws. So 1975, it has a score of 8.1. Nice. 8.1 out of, here we go, 679,002 reviews.
Oh.
Whereas Jaws 2 is 5.8.
Oh dear.
Out of 86,704 reviews.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Police Chief Brody must protect the citizens of Amity after a second monstrous shark begins terrorizing the waters. You just go, for God's sake, again?
Yeah. You'd be like,
Yeah. I think the first one is, no.
It's a classic.
Yeah, about the reviews I'm reading here, they're reading them 7, 8, 7, 6, 7. So a solid sequel to a great original. No Jaws, but not bad. Nothing's as bad as Jaws 3D. That's just... It's got 3.7 Jaws 3D.
Have a look at Jaws 4.
Oh, 3. Oh, good Lord. Do you ever think just leave it alone? Just stop.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like flogging a dead horse, mate. You're flogging a dead shark. Leave it the fuck alone.
Literally, just leave it alone. We're good where we are. But I did enjoy it. I think it's, again, for something in the 70s, before either of us were born.
Yeah, it was.
So I think it's actually a very good film. I have enjoyed that I have watched it from beginning to end.
It's good, isn't it? I do like Jaws.
I like Jaws, but you just know it for the music. And I think I've only ever seen it with them in the boat.
And I like how for such a simple premise, the whole, I mean, it is a franchise. It's taken on a life of its own. You can go to Martha's Vineyard every year and they have Jaws Fest.
Oh, wow. So good.
Martha's Vineyard is where Amity was filmed, is Amity Island. Basically, Martha's Vineyard is Amity Island. All of the filming locations are still there. Almost untouched because it was a working island when they went there, and they've not really changed very much. Next year's the 50th anniversary.
Of course,
so I'll drop. I've sent the link to Mama, and we'll drop the link for the 50th anniversary. So if you're in or around Martha's Vineyard next summer, go to Jaws Fest.
I would. I'm doing something else next summer.
Might be a tour.
Might be for some band. Oh, I was trying to think what ghost song it made me think of, and literally, it didn't make me think of it did make me think of a specific song, but it was more a specific line. You never want me to appear.
Yeah, that's a good shout, actually. I like that.
Thank you. I was doing the dog walk, going, I didn't think of my ghost song for Jaws. What? I'm sure when you're going through all the list, and it's like, what really links to Jaws? And I thought, you never want me to appear. No, I don't. I really, really don't. Though I do want it to be over. You never want this to be over. Oh, no. I disagree there. I do want it to be over. I just don't want you to appear. No shock. No.
A few little random facts. This was Steven Spielberg's second movie.
Wow. How old was he? He must have been so young. Where is he born? Let's go and have a look. Mr. Spielberg.
Mr. I don't think if I type Stephen Spugbug into my computer,
No,
it will.
no, I don't think. No, I don't think it'll find that. Is he a Stephen with a V or a PH?
He is a Stephen with a V, and he was born the 18th of December, 1946. He is 77 years old.
So he was only 31?
Jaws
No,
was 1975.
29. Young.
Yeah. He was a yeah, baby.
Just a baby. He was a baby, 29 years old. So, yeah, he's a similar age to my parents. My dad's born in 75. My mum's born in 78. 78? 48. 45.
My mum was 48.
Yeah. So, yeah, in between.
Yeah, and Jaws is widely considered to be the very first ever summer blockbuster.
Wow.
It was also the highest grossing film of all time up until Star Wars came out in 1910.
Oh, look, there you go. Maybe that's why I was thinking Star Wars earlier. Not my brain forgetting it's George Lucas at all. No. Never. Just watching that stupid chapter and having who's your daddy and what does he do in my head.
The film was nominated for Best Motion Picture at the Academy Awards. Steven Spielberg, however, was not nominated for Best Director, and normally the two would go hand in hand. It's one of the first times they hadn't happened.
That's a bit harsh because they're not being funny. If it's been like the best,
If they're considered to be one of the best films of the year, surely the director's done an all right job.
You would think so.
I think he was nominated after that for something else, but I don't think he won for anything until Schindler's List.
Oh,
I think Schindler's List was the one that he won the Oscar for. Finally,
I mean,
won an Oscar.
Liam Neeson in that is just incredible. Schindler's List, 1993.
It's worth watching.
9 out of 10.
Oh, that'll be a yes then.
Wow. And that's with 1,485,479 reviews.
Crikey.
Schindler's List is one to watch. I have seen it a long time ago. It's stunning. I mean, it's raw and strong and just, ugh. But yeah, highly recommend. Very clever. Best movie of all time. Perfect. The masterpiece, a 3-hour film that feels too short, a singular achievement, one of the best movies ever made. That's just a little of the reviews. Anyway, not talking Jaws there, though. I mean, Jaws got 8.1, doing good. So, you know.
Pretty good.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. It made me jump.
I did too.
Being in water anyway. So I probably would find this scarier than, say, The Omen. Personally, because I'm like, that could happen, the shark thing.
Yeah, I don't find either of them particularly frightening.
It's the idea of it I would find scary, but the movie I didn't. I mean, I jumped, don't get me wrong, that floaty head thing. But it was just more of a, oh, jeez, your mind. You know, it's like, did not expect you there. If you're going to float your head somewhere, at least give me some warning.
I'm not in the market for a floating head today. Thank you very much.
No, exactly. But I did enjoy, and I enjoyed taking my notes as I do.
Cool. And I've enjoyed talking about it to you.
I'm good. Let me do. Oh, shall I try that in English? Shall I try it in English?
Yeah, in English, please. Thank you.
I do that a lot. I film a lot of my workouts and stuff, and there is many a time where I go, let me try that again in English. Let us know what you think. If you've watched Jaws, chatter away in the comments. Let us know your thoughts, how you enjoyed the movie. If there's other movies you'd like to see, if we should subject ourselves to the other Jaws movies, or if they are along the lines of Happy Days and jumped the shark.
I'll do Jaws 2. I will do Jaws 2. I will watch Jaws 2 for science.
We are not doing.
It's
I've
fine.
watched a bit. Do you know what? I watched a bit of Jaws 3D, but it's like car crash TV. You're watching it because it is so stupendously bad that you cannot. You know, they released this. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, the effects are just all like, you know, it's years after me. The 1975 ones was pretty damn good. It was terrifying shot. This thing's like a floating. You're like, well, that's been just added. No. And it has Wade in it.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's a famous name in it, and you're like, oh dear. I think I'd rather watch Sharknado, thanks.
Oh no, that's terrible.
That's hilarious because they're not trying to be good.
It's not even funny. They're awful.
It's so bad. But they're not even trying to be serious movies. I really do feel Jaws 3D was trying. It was very trying. Let's just stick with Jaws. Jaws was epic. Big thumbs up. And
big thumbs up for Jaws. Yeah.
And come and join us again when we discuss another movie. What should we watch next? We've got hopefully a few people we're going to line up who are going to join us. Keep us.
Well, if we have a guest, then we have to do that one. But if we don't have a guest,
we can do whatever.
Maybe we could do. What do we think? Do we want something sort of spooky and supernatural, or do we want more? What do we want?
I don't know. I'm open. I'm learning anything really.
Tell you what, how about we put a poll on our Instagram and let the people choose?
Yep. But feel free to send us ideas as well. We do have a list.
Oh, absolutely.
But you know, we're always adding to it. I mean, I don't think we've got Silence of the Lambs on there. Definitely need to put Silence of the Lambs because that's a really good film, and that is freaking scary.
That's an excellent film.
So yes, so come join and haunt with us again when we discuss more horror movies, and I learn even more about the genre that is horror.
Amazing.
Thanks for joining us, and see you later from the weird place.
See you again. Bye.
Come and haunt us again soon as we continue the horror movie-cation of Mama E.